All right, let's go live. How's everyone doing? My hair's all messed up. Bangs are getting longer. Pretty soon I'm gonna have to chop them off or move them to the side. Adam wants me to do this kind of a that cut, but I don't think I can do that. It doesn't look as nice as the bangs to me, but I guess everyone has their own individual opinions. Isn't mandatory carry so nice? He dropped $5 before the stream even started. That's nice. So how's everyone doing? Everyone have a nice Christmas? I'm sure everyone has their individual stories and certain gifts that they want to share. I didn't get anything too spectacular, but, I can use the gifts that I got. I got a Visa gift card from my brother. That was kind of shocking. I actually got a present from my brother. Oh my gosh. It was a good amount, too. I felt bad I didn't get him anything, because I just assumed that we never got each other anything. So that was kind of nice. I guess he's doing good, so he wants to show us that he's doing good for himself. Do not remove the bangs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like the bangs. And I want my hair to be short too, but that's another thing. He's like, no, you can't cut your hair. It must be super long. I wonder how long I can get it before he tells me, okay, you can cut your hair, finally. But, yeah. Internet's being sketchy, so can't stick around, but wanted to stop in and say, you're looking good, and Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you. I'm listening while installing the very exciting smoke detectors. Finally, safety in the house. Don't cut your hair. Yeah, everyone likes the long flowing hair, right? Short hair can be cute. And it's easier to manage. But I guess I can pull off long hair, so maybe I'll keep it this way for a while. Eventually, I want short hair. There was a time where I had a really, really short pixie cut. I had just broken up with a long-term boyfriend. And, girls, when they break up with boys, have a tendency to cut their hair afterwards. And I tried to get it stylized this certain way, but the hairdresser just didn't quite understand what I was trying to communicate with her. So I got this super short pixie cut. I looked like a boy, of course. And yeah. So maybe long hair is good for a while. Yeah, maybe I'll keep it long for a while. Let's not rush anything. Short hair can be cute, but long is generally more attractive. Fair enough. I wasn't thinking short like the pixie cut again, because the pixie cut really did not look good on me. I was thinking more like shoulder length. I also like wavy hair. I want my hair to be wavy, but it doesn't turn out wavy naturally. It's like some people are gifted with naturally wavy hair. I got straight, boring straight hair. I have to do actual hair things to get it to be the way that I want. My hair is naturally wavy. Lucky. You're lucky. It's not that way with me. Alright. So, how's everyone's Christmas? Good Christmases, bad Christmases, family fights. That happened with my family. Yeah, brother didn't come to Christmas Eve because him and my mom are like in the middle of a tiff. You know how it can be. And for the most part, Christmas was pretty great. But I can't be around my parents for very long, because after a while, you gotta get away from them. They're brilliant at being very annoying. And you know, I love them, but they need to try to not always be themselves. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. You all have parents. You know how it is. Alright. Got to see my father. Awkward. Annoying in what sense? I can give you a lot of examples. Oh, here's a good example. This just happened today. So they're both listening to music. They have a little band that they brought together with friends. So they need to practice singing for these songs that they like to perform at this bar. It's a whole thing. But so they're practicing singing they each have headphones in, and they're listening to the song, and they're trying to sing along, but they both have different songs that they have listening to in their headphones. So I'm just there while they're both singing different songs, overlapping one another. That's annoying. My mom always reads articles out loud when she's on her phone. And her phone is always on full blast. So every time an ad pops up on her phone, it's just like, dun, dun, dun. What's life like when you're on your period? Oh God, Mom, turn your phone down. Yeah, that's my parents. I feel you, buddy. So, what's everyone saying? My dad tends to sing serial theme songs in a very tone-deaf manner. Yeah. At some point, I've got to, catch them on my phone, upload it to YouTube. I'm sure people will find it very interesting, the things that they do and say. How old are you? How old am I? I'm 22. The stand-up comedy live stream. Oh, is that what this is now? I'm just chit-chatting. It's been a while since I've done a live stream where I'm not just talking about stressful things. It feels like almost every single live stream I've done for the past few months have just been me venting about, oh my God, I'm so stressed, I'm so depressed, help me! So I'm just relaxing right now. I think I can do that. Breathing in and out, you know. I'm good. Top 5 anime. Man, you can't ask me that. JoJo's definitely up there, though. Nice escapism live stream. There you go. We have a nice live stream where we keep it chill. We're just nice and calm. You're like 2012 PewDiePie. You already old, but you look like a fetus. Oh no. Oh man. If you were given the opportunity to travel to another dimension much better than this one, would you go? I would need to know a lot more about that dimension. Things aren't always as they seem. Is it like some genie trick where it's like You can go to a different dimension, but everyone's a fly or some Twilight Zone shit where it's like, oh yeah, it's better, but you're a fucking fly now. Nobody wants to be a fly. Who's opened the door? I don't know what half of you people are talking about. Have you seen anime called Happy Sugar Life? No, I have not. Would you like to interview Yellow Flash on your channel in the future? Well, it's not like Yellow Flash has contacted me and is like, can I get an interview? Also, why am I the one interviewing him? He's got more subs, doesn't he? There's a few questions I have with that question. There's the same question again. What's your favorite JoJo? Currently, my favorite JoJo has been part 3. I like the Japan JoJo. Have you watched Cats? No, but I hear that it's very creepy looking. Which I kind of expected based on the trailer. We can all see that it's creepy looking. All of these reviews are like, it's really creepy looking. Yeah, we know. We know. Tell us something else. Come on. Cats is the most disturbing movie in the last decade. Right. I mean, I don't know why they decided to make a weird... I don't know why they made Cats. Of all ideas to make into a movie, I don't know why they decided to do Cats. It feels like it should always be a play. You know? Or maybe a cartoon. I think that could have worked as a cartoon. It's a little bit weird with the effects on the people, and they still have boobs, which is also just like strange. I don't think they can make that work. It's rough, man, but I don't see that. I don't see it. All right. Happy New Year, Miss Stan fan, as well as everyone else. Figured I'd show up early for something once. Well, hello. Hello, everyone joining the stream. Have seen Witcher yet? And if so, your thoughts on it? I watched the first episode of Witcher. I have not watched another episode. The first episode was a little bit, direction-wise, it felt like they should have just focused on a story. It felt weird going back and forth on Geralt's story, and I forget her name, story. But I mean, it was also an hour long. It was so long. I don't like it when the first episodes are an hour long. I can handle 45 minutes, but just that extra 15 minutes is it's too much for me. Other than that, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's a little bit weird. There's a little bit of weird things that are thrown in there where you can kind of squint your eyes and you're like, I don't know if that should be like that, but it's okay. Who's texting me? I thought Witcher was good for just entertainment purposes. Never read the books or played the game. I mean, same. I've never read the books or played the game either. Oh my gosh. Irishman, 3 hours long. I mean, I've seen The Lord of the Rings, right? That's supposed to be the really long super movie that everyone needs to make time out of their day to sit down and watch. And that's basically what it was. It was multiple days trying to get through Lord of the Rings. Second movie was way easier to get through. The first movie, that was kind of slow. It's a little bit rough. But yeah, it's basically like, okay, watch an hour or so, take a break, watch another hour, take a break, get to part 2. Lord of the Rings was event. Oh yeah, Lord of the Rings. They're good. That was good movies. But you know, they're long. You have to make an event out of watching them. It's kind of the thing. Plans for 2020? I guess I got a lot of plans for 2020. I'm thinking about taking a little break from YouTube for like 2 weeks. Maybe like come back after New Year. But yeah, for 2020, I got, you know, that comic campaign. We got Oh Girl, and that's coming along the best that it can. I gotta whip some people into shape, but you know, it'll get done. And I also had the kids comic that before Oh Girl could be finished, I wrote and drew an entire kids comic all by myself. Goes to show you, no, I'm much faster on my own than I am working in a group. You would think it'd be the other way around. You'd think if you're working with more people, you know, it takes some weight of the work off of you, but, you know, everyone has their own individual lives you have to account for, so maybe it is best that I just, like, put in some hours and do a bunch of things on myself. Anyway. Oh, we went red for a second there, but now it looks like we're back. Okay, so I'm gonna upload my kids comic onto Comixology. That's the idea behind that. I don't like Comixology. Taking 50% of the cut is ridiculous, but I don't really know what to do with it. So I was like, all right, I made this thing. I should put it somewhere, you know? And then I'm almost done working on a script for a Street Levelers reboot. And I got an artist picked out for that. I want to do that. But I have plans to make it into more of a graphic novel rather than an issue. It'd be such a good graphic novel. I can feel it. But yeah, that's my plans so far. Submit to some lit agents who specialize in YA. I don't know any lit agents. Try Webtoons. Yeah, Webtoons isn't that good. Webtoons is good for webcomic stuff. I don't know if my stuff really feels webcomic-y. I've got a bunch of slice of life ideas for comics, and those feel more webcomic-y than all the stuff that I've been working on. You know what I mean? all the slice of life stuff, they get quite popular on the webcomic sphere. That little world. You should follow Overlord DVD. He's epic. Is that a username? Greetings from Mexico. Oh, hello. everyone from around the world. Have you thought about setting up your own website to sell your comics on so you can keep the entire amount for yourself? I have thought about that. But, I don't know. You put in a good bit of money to set up your own website, and I'm not entirely confident I would keep making that money back, because I would also be putting in money and time to make the comics. It's a whole operation. You know what I mean? Oh, yay. Do I have any mod in the chat? It looks a little bit chaotic right now. Are you guys okay? Maybe Nerd Erotic or Clownfish TV, both professional comic people. Maybe they can point you in the right direction for distribution. I don't know, man. Maybe. Wix is free if you use a certain version of their site. Wix isn't free to get all of their, what the fuck is the word I'm looking for? To get all of the things. They don't give you all of the things for your website if you use the free version of Wix. You have to pay to get a full version of your Wix website. But, I've been on Wix before, so I kind of know what's going on in that area. Give me my mod back. Oh, Ishka is in the chat. Ishka, if people start spanning, you can use the little 3 bars to put them in timeouts or ban them. So feel free to do that if people start getting crazy. Me and 2 other artists are building a magazine company in June 2020 called Slap Punch Enterprise. See some art on IG. We are launching with the first 3 issues free. It's going to be a monthly magazine. That sounds awesome, dude. Love the name. Slap Punch Enterprise. That's something that I need to figure out for if I upload my kids comic on Comixology. You need a publisher name to go with it. So I would need to figure out a publisher name and draw up an icon to use as the symbol. I need a good name like that. Only a little bit more kid-friendly than Slap Punch Enterprise. But, of that same idea. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Ah, man, there's so many good Christmas movies out there. There's so many good ones. I just watched Klaus this year. Klaus is gotta be up there. I loved Klaus so much. That's a brand new Christmas classic. Everyone needs to watch it, definitely. Home Alone's definitely up there. I love Die Hard. I know some people don't consider that a Christmas movie, but I'll throw that in there because I love Die Hard. I watch that any time of the year, really, but... Dan Fan Press, done. Well, I'm doing the kids comic under a pen name, actually. You can self-publish. It's hard. It's hard to self-publish. Wish someone else would just do all the work for me. Yippee-ki-yay, mother folder. What do you think about Manga Stream closing down? I didn't hear about that, actually. Huh. Well, that's a shame, but I don't really use Manga Stream anymore. So... I think there are a lot of alternatives to Manga Stream, so hopefully it won't be a huge crisis. Maybe you could make the kids comic into sort of slideshow with a voiceover video. I don't know if kids channels on YouTube have been demonetized or not. They haven't been demonetized, but they'll make less revenue. I don't know, making an entire separate kids YouTube channel. I've thought about doing that, but that's a lot of work again. I need to clear time off my schedule to do all the things. All the things. Either that or I just need to like hook up with someone who's gonna do all the things for me. But you know. Manga Plus is official and better. Interesting. Both ways of publishing are tough for comics, the industry, and it's a bad place if you're not the MCU. Well, what are you gonna do, you know? What are you gonna do? Hey, Johnny's in the chat now. Hey, Johnny. Awesome. What's your real name? I mean, if you followed me on Twitter, you would know. Now, my real name is Trisha. Don't do the kids channel. You mess up once and the gov will get you. Yeah, that's true. Can't take the risk. I don't know what they classify as being kid friendly or not. How's the YouTuber life treating you? I guess pretty good. I guess. I've been doing good on YouTube lately. So I guess I'm pretty grateful. You know, a bunch of videos of me just talking actually got views and people were interested in the topics. I guess I've been doing pretty good. I don't know if I would want YouTube to be my main career, but if it can help me get by, I'll pop on here as many times as I need to. And I will tell you all the opinions. Do you like overpowered characters like Thanos, Darkseid, the Beyonder, and the Spectra? I would probably say no. I'm not a huge fan of overpowered characters. Except for Saitama, obviously. He's awesome. Self-publish my novels. Make very little, but at least I have the full creative control. Yeah, Adam self-published his first book, too. And he still hasn't made the money back for it, but... you know, it's stuff like that that makes me so nervous about self-publishing. I don't want to put a lot of money into something and lose that money forever. That's like my biggest fear, because I don't have a lot of money to begin with. I'm already broke. I can't be more and more broke as time goes on. Ugh. But you know. Is that Doom poster? Oh, that's X-Men Years of Future Past. Yeah, I picked that one up in a comic book store. They were giving out a bunch of posters just for free. You know, they were in the back and they were like, we need to get rid of these posters. Let's just hand them out. So I looked around through the posters and I saw this one, and that was the best one, really. I got the best one, yeah. It's a very cool poster. I love it. You should think about crowdfunding your work. I am crowdfunding. Whoop. Well, I'm crowdfunding one. I don't know if I'm going to crowdfund the rest, but, you know. I'm also broke. Yeah. We're all broke. We're all looking for some money on the side. You know how it is. I'm also not really sure, like, what direction I should be heading in. I have a lot of different ideas. I'm not sure which ones will be successful, so I'm not sure which ones to go forward with, which ones to knock off the list, you know? What do you write? I write comics. I write comic books. I am a comic book writer. Do you stream often? No, I don't. I don't stream often. Unfortunately, I should stream more, but I hear that YouTube isn't very... Oh, it's going red. It's going red! Ah! I don't know if you can hear or see me when the stream goes red. You see, I always have trouble. I always have trouble streaming on YouTube. It will always cut out on me. It will always cut out on me. I hate that. Anyway, what was I saying before? I have to scroll up to see what question I was answering again. Oh, do you stream often? No. YouTube isn't very friendly to streams. Honestly, I prefer streaming on DLive because it doesn't cut out like that, you know? No problems on my side. I was seeing some problems. Oh well. Oh, just saw the Indiegogo. Well, you know. Welcome to the channel. It's all good. Nothing wrong with being a new sub. We just gotta catch them up on everything. Man, my first Indiegogo is gonna be so weird. Everyone's gonna be looking at me like, what is wrong with this girl? Well, I'll have more sane stuff in the future. So for those of you who want a comic that hits a wider audience, you can look forward to my future stuff. Do comic book publishers look at your education level before hiring you as a freelance writer? I don't think so. I don't know about that. I guess it helps to have a degree to back it up, but I would think that experience matters more. So past projects that you can cite that you've worked on. Do you think there will be a serious contender to YouTube? Haven't seen one yet, but yeah, maybe someday. It all depends on who can get their website popular in a quick amount of time. You know? What other questions? Publishers don't even hire freelance writers. I've seen publishers hire writers. I mean, freelance, I don't know. I guess, yeah. You dream on? What are some of these questions? They're just weird. Just asking random things. Oh well. What else should I talk about? I don't know what the next project I should work on after that, though. I have things planned out. I'm not sure, like, which of them will be successful, if any of them will be successful. But, I always got more ideas. Out of those other ideas, I don't know which to move on to next. I almost feel like I have to be doing 2 projects at the same time, just so, you know how when you work on something for super long, you get burnout on it? I get that a lot, so I feel like I need to switch off from one thing to go to another thing, and just basically go back and forth. That helps a little bit. So by the time I get to officially working on Street Levelers, I'll probably also be working on something new. And by the time all of these are done, I'm gonna have a lot of stuff out there for everyone to look at. It's gonna be great. If you had $1 million, what project would you fund first? You see, that's a tricky question because that would mean like you're saying what project would you fund first, but I'm reading it as what project would you fund in general, which would also be like what project would be the most expensive. What project would you not be able to do unless you had $1 million type thing? Oh man. Probably Street Levelers. I love that. That's my baby. I've been nurturing this thing for years, and now I think I've got it at a spot where I really like it. And I think it'll be really, really good. So I'm excited about that. And I've got a really great artist who's interested in doing it and who's already started up character sketches, and they look so good. They look so great. And I can only hope that he'll keep being motivated to do this comic with me, because, you know, just break my heart in half if another artist left a project and I'm holding my hand out to them like, no, don't leave. We were gonna do this together. Oh, Tyler Knox. Ever watch Fist of the North Star? Hasn't everyone? Hasn't everyone? Of course. Would you be able... Oh my gosh, all caps. You guys... I feel... Every time I miss a message, you just retype it in all caps, so... But now I read it as if you're screaming at me. Would you be able to do a review when the magazine drops? Maybe. Maybe, buddy. How do you come up with so many ideas for a show? It's inspiration. It's all inspiration. I watch a lot of things. I take in a lot of different... You know, I read a lot. I take in a lot of different stories. So I just get inspired to write my own different stories. What comic writers, past and present, inspire and influence you? Oh, that's an interesting question. Comic writers specifically? Because there have been a lot of great success stories that have inspired me. I know some people might have already realized this by my Disney video on Walt Disney's birthday, but Walt Disney was definitely a big inspiration. His success story is so fucking crazy to me. Like, he goes into debt to make Snow White, and it does so well that he starts up an entire animation studio from it. Ah, man. Now that's some inspiration right there. Huh. It also goes to show you, creative people, if you give them money, they're going to use that money to fund their creative works. Because that's what they want to do. That's what they're built for. Just making more stuff. Collaboration in the absence of money. Sorry, my eyes are a little bit tired. I guess that's from looking at a screen all day. You kind of feel it in your eyes, That movie was so wrong. So many messages. I'm not sure which to read. Luck goes into people succeeding. There might be a little bit of luck involved in that. I mean, it is a crazy story. But, it's a roll of the dice every single time. Some people are willing to take those chances, and they can get rewarded from it, or they can fall on their ass. What music do you listen to while being creative? Definitely fast music. I've got a thing for rock and punk, I guess. I'm not even sure if it would fall under the category of punk. Everyone describes punk differently. Emo music. I've heard it described as emo music. That's what it is. With Walt, that without his brother Roy, it would have been very difficult for him to get far as he did. It's true. It's true. Damn. I feel so bad that he died of lung cancer. Such a bad way to go. Before he even gets to see, you know, his business actually really pick up and really do well. You know. But being crazy helps a lot of people get successful. Nothing wrong with crazy. Yeah, that's what I gotta do. I loved your comment on your boy Zach's Downcast review. Yeah, he called me out. He's like, how can she say this comic is meh? And I'm like, man, Clint's a good guy, right? We all agree that Clint's a nice guy. But no one is safe from the Dan fan reviews. If that comic has problems, I want to be able to say so. And, you know, there was pencil marks at the bottom of the pages. It's not good. OCD. It's no good. Emo is My Chemical Romance. Well, I don't listen to them. I was thinking more in the lines of, like, Fall Out Boy. Oh, alright, I'll see you, Blaze King Black. He has to go. Mom. Most people pay attention to people with crazy videos where people yell. I don't think that's a sentence. Don't use the term meh. People don't like that term. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it, you know? It was just okay. It's not good enough for me to be hyped about the next one, and it's not bad enough for me to not recommend it. What are your thoughts on the anime Angel Beats? Oh my gosh, nostalgia avenue over here. I remember watching that on Netflix way long ago. Yeah, it's an okay show. I probably liked it a lot more the first time I watched it than the other times I watched it. But you know. Fall Out Boy. It's almost boy bandish. I mean, they're boys, they're in a band, but they don't sing and dance, and they do play instruments, so... I always just thought of Fall Out Boy kind of like alternative rock. That's the word for it. Alternative rock. That's what I like. That's the word that people use. I like alternative rock. Yes. Yes. Thank you. You have sparked my memory of what it's actually called. It's great. You stood your ground and stood by your review. Good on you. Oh, thanks. You know. I'm not gonna take it back, obviously. It's already out there. You might as well commit to the bit. If you could have any artist, past or present, for one of your books, who would you go for? Oh, you mean like famous artists that I really like. There's a lot of artists out there that are not super famous that I really like. But it also depends like what style I'm going for. There's this one guy, this Twitch streamer. I think he goes by Sam White, something like that. And he makes Magic the Gathering card art, and he's really, really sick at the painting. There's this one comic that I'm looking to do in the future. If he got on that comic, that would be so good. Because his art is quite great. I hope I got that name right. Is it Sam White? He like Twitch streams his art drawings. And he makes some nice stuff. Like, really good. I mean, usually, people who work on Magic the Gathering art are usually just, hands down, very great artists. Adam got someone who did Magic the Gathering art to do the cover of one of his books. And the cover is probably the best part. Because the cover is really good. Magic has sick art. Yeah, exactly. It's all sick art. It's what convinces everyone to learn how to play the game. They look at the art and they're like, yes, thank you. Take that. Free art prints? Hell yeah. Well, not free, but... what did you think of the new Witcher series? I've already been asked this question, but I'll say it again. I only watched the first episode. I thought it was a little bit slow from the first episode, but it was okay. It's okay. How many books Adam's written? Well, his first book was a collection of short stories that he wrote. He's working on another book right now, and then he has 2 more books planned for the future. So, when he's done one, there will be 2, and when he's done the rest, there will be 4. But you know. I don't use Twitch. Yeah. I don't really use Twitch either, honestly. As far as live streaming platforms go, DLive's probably the best that I've found, and I only know about DLive because of PewDiePie. So, I'd like to go back on DLive at some point, because I really don't like streaming on YouTube. It always cuts out, there's always some issues, but the problem of streaming on DLive is that nobody will find me. Because everyone who's looking for my videos are going to be on YouTube. Everyone who's got the notifications are going to get the notifications from YouTube. So that's what happens, you know? How about Mixer? Do you have an account on there? I do not. I do not have a Mixer account. I feel like I've heard of Mixer somewhere, but nothing really comes to mind. So I guess I don't really have a good idea of what Mixer is, but I feel like I've heard of it, type thing. Am I out of water? Yes, I am. I'm always such a thirsty girl. What about Ustream? No, I don't have a Ustream. I just have a DLive and a YouTube. I had a Twitch, but I didn't really like Twitch, so I don't go on there anymore. Mixer is Microsoft. Oh. Huh. Ustream is mostly for Russian cam girls. Is that true? Well, I don't want to go on there then. What is the prescription of your glasses? They look strong because of the large size and is that so? I don't know what the prescription is, honestly. I do have quite bad vision. And as you can see now that my glasses are off, I also have very big eyes. So really, the glasses are here to protect you from looking at my giant eyes. Alright. Well, another one goes. We'll see you later, RC Scott. I'm glad that you're enjoying the channel. Right now we're just chilling, but you know, we're having good conversations. Hey, you get to get your answers for questions. Hell yeah, man. Froppy eyes. I bet I could do a pretty, do I have a froppy face? I don't know. Maybe I could do a froppy type cosplay. Although I'm not as much into My Hero Academia as I once was. I do have the gym clothes though. Little did I know that I would fall out of love with it. Your eyes tits are big, but not in a bad way. Oh, thank you. Some people are a little bit, distracted by my giant eyes. And they're like, oh God, put the glasses back on, we can't see. The million best boy, that's so true, man. He should have been the main character. I can't say it enough. Lemillion should have been the main character. So upset that he wasn't. It's probably part of what was getting me. Are you into exercise? These questions are getting a little bit weird. I mean, I guess. Yeah, I exercise occasionally. My mom probably, well, she used to exercise every morning. Now she's calming herself down. She's relaxing a bit. I guess that's kind of what happens around the holidays. You chill out a little bit, and then you're like, I don't want to do things. It's all the more reason why people take breaks around the holidays, especially on YouTube. They chill out for a bit. They're like, it's the holidays. I want to just chill. I don't want to upload videos. If you got to work on one of your favorite graphic novels / manga, which one would it be? And what would you change? Well, I know all the things that I would change in My Hero Academia. I got a list. I got a list in my head, but I don't know. That's another interesting question, because it's like basically asking what idea do you like from manga that you would take for yourself and change to make it good. You know? That's the real question. What is going on in this chat? You think All Might should have been the main character? That's another great main character. Well, I think All Might was the best character. And he was probably one of the main reasons why I was watching. Now that he's slowly being pushed out of frame, it's a... not so sure about these decisions, you know what I mean? What did you get for Christmas? I got a few things. I got a Visa gift card for my brother. That's probably the best. I got this new charger for my laptop. My old charger was broken. And new chargers for these MacBooks. Whew, they're so expensive. So I was like, I need a new charger, but I don't want to buy it. So my parents bought me a new charger, and I got an ice scraper for my car. I had an ice scraper, but it vanished. So I got a new ice scraper for my car. And I got tops. Got some tank tops. They're not that pretty, but they are shirts, and they function as such. Do you play any video games lately? Yeah, actually. This sounds super dorky, I'm sure. I've been playing Terraria with Adam a lot, and he's getting like super into it. So, but once we're on Terraria, we'll be playing it for hours. And I don't like playing video games for that long, mainly because I'm like sitting on the floor playing them. So we'll just completely lose track of time playing Terraria. And still haven't beaten any of the mecha bosses, but we're there. We're getting there, you know. It is a fun game, yeah. It's fun, but it's a lot of work, and a lot of things are time consuming. So time will just keep on passing and you won't even notice it. It's a little bit scary. To lower the cost of comics and with hope to bring back sales, what do you think about comics going back to a lower stock paper? Not newsprint, but something definitely cheaper quality. I mean, yeah, definitely do it. That's what I would say. Lower stock paper, whatever you gotta do, do it. People are buying for the story, and people know how to keep things in good condition for the most part. I mean, look at all of the older comics that were newsprint. You know, there are a lot of them still out there, still being circulated in some comic book shops, and they're still in good condition. I know, I've been buying them, so... I mean, you know, everyone wants to have a really good comic that they can smack against the wall and it'll still be in fine condition. But do you really want to pay $8 for it, you know? I'd rather just keep on buying another one than pay $8 for one that might possibly damage later. But then again, you know, Marvel comics are being printed super cheap, and it's still high priced. I don't get that. Marvel comics, they have the super cheap printing quality where the ink rubs off on your fingers, and it's still like $4 per issue. It's rough. It's rough, man. You can smack the comics in the newspaper, they don't damage. Yeah. Oh, for those of you wondering with the $8, I'm just saying like DC for some of their comics that are in high demand, they announced that they were going to be upping the price to $8 or something like that. Yeah, it was $8. Some comics out there, some normal comics out there right now can go as high as $6. I've seen $5.99s. I don't like those. They suck. I mean, really, I have a hard time convincing myself just to buy $4 comics. I'm not convincing myself to buy $8 comics. You gotta be crazy. Marvel's doing more to ruin comics these days than to help them. Yeah, Marvel wants to be a lifestyle brand, right? And that's their whole thing now. They got the Marvel YouTube channel where they have cooking. Oh my gosh, that's funny. But yeah, I'll always pull out money to buy a $2 comic or even a $3 comic, and I'll be willing to take the risk of it being bad if it's a low price. I'm not nearly as willing to take the risk if it's a high price comic. So I feel like by lowering the price, you're gonna open up a lot more customers. Because, you know, like I said before, I have the tendency of pirating comics online and reading them online before I go out and buy them because I have to make sure that it's good. I don't want to buy something that I hate that's expensive, and I don't want to be that person who returns the expensive comic because I didn't like it. Everyone's looking at me weird in the comic book shops, glaring me down because I'm not helping them stay in business. So I just deal with it, and it just feels bad, and it makes me not want to go out and buy any comics anymore. So that's no good. We need to fix that. That's my little speech. How does Marvel as lifestyle brand even work? Do they want to turn superhero comics into GQ or Cosmos somehow? Yeah, maybe that's the end game plan. That's what they want. Returns golf pennies on the dollar too. Not good investment. Gotcha. you get reprints of the best stuff from 80s or 90s? I don't get the reprints, but like I said, there are a lot of comic book shops out there who have the like newsprints and are trying to, they've just been like sitting at the back of the store for the longest time. They bring them back out and they'll actually put them on sale sometimes. This comic book shop near Adam's neighborhood comic book shop, always has like boxes and boxes of all these older newsprint stories on sale. Very good prices. It's like 50 cents an issue or $1 an issue. Yeah, you can get the old comics for 50 cents. But yeah, they're always very good prices. So I start stacking up and I'm buying a bunch of them, you know? Because why wouldn't I? But no, I don't get the reprints. I prefer to get the newsprints to the reprints, honestly, because it just feels better to have some of the like original prints back when newsprint was a thing. Have you heard of Rob from Comics Explained? Oh, like the YouTube channel Comics Explained? I haven't seen too many of those videos. But, no. Asking me about YouTubers. Sometimes I don't even remember the name of the YouTuber that I've just watched. So it's kind of a weird question. I wish I had more water. The heat's going on. I know you can't see it, but the heater is right below me whenever I'm at this spot, so it's just coming right up. I'm breathing it in, my throat's getting dry. That's why I always need something to drink when I'm doing these things. But, you know, also because I'm talking. That also plays a role. Don't worry about it, Ishka. Don't worry about it. Some people can just be a little bit rowdy in the chat, and they need to learn how to calm down. Otherwise, you know, it's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Mom is taking me out of the basement. Oh yeah. Soon they'll come down for me. Come into the dungeon and take me out. Have you ever been on EVS's show? No. If so, why not? I don't know. I was never asked. Don't just pop in there like, hey, look at me. Damn, since leaving the States, I haven't read one single comic. It's been 2 years. Yo, man. You can read comics online, too. You know, there's web comics and stuff. Although, there's not a lot of good web comics, let's be fair. I was just having this conversation with Ishkra before, but Tapastic has a real problem. There's so much yaoi. There's so much yaoi porn. It's just straight up porn. It's too much. It just makes the website look dirty. It makes the website look like an X-rated website, and I'm embarrassed. Because you see the homepage of Tapas, and you see these cute little guys running around there holding the Tapas logo like, webcomics, everyone. And then you get into the comics, and all you see is fucking porn. What's going on there? Set guidelines. Guidelines. I gotta run these websites for these people. That's what it is. It's too much. It really is too much. I mean, I can chill to a good yaoi every now and then, but I don't go on Tapastic to find that shit. You mean the ads? No, the comics that are being posted on Tapastic, and they'll show up in the suggestion. They'll suggest porn to you while you're reading innocent comics. Why? You know, this is all a contribution to why I don't really like webcomics. I post webcomics, but I don't really like webcomics. Don't talk shit about my yaoi. Hey man, we can all enjoy yaoi every now and then, but there should probably be a limit of porn allowed on Tapastic. You can sell digitally and print on Etsy. Total control and minimal fees. Etsy prints? Don't you have to get your own printer for that? I had no idea. If Etsy prints, then I would have absolutely no knowledge of that. I know that Etsy is all about, you know, starting up your business and selling your own goods. I know a friend who is on Etsy. She sells the bracelets. Super high price bracelets, but you know. Yaoi's intense sword fighting manga. Yeah, that's the genre. It's just sword fighting manga porn. It's not anything else but that. Default filter. Still allow all the content, but do not show it to people who do not opt in. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair also. See, you're a man of culture. Yeah, it's boy love. They call it, on Tapastic, they call the actual genre boy love, but I'm much more used to it being called yaoi. So, for those of you who are confused, it is 2 gay men, or sometimes 5 gay men, sometimes multiple gay men, you know, getting together. They have all sorts of different romances, or fetishes, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I think Tapastic needs to think about what kind of content they're showing people on their site when they scroll down to look through their comics, because they really do make their site look dirty, you know? It's like, maybe it would be fine if it wasn't porn, but it is porn. And I've checked. I thought, maybe this icon is just being misleading to get more clicks. I click on it. Whoa! That's sex. Okay. So it's not misleading. I don't know whether or not to be happy or sad about it. You know. You get me. Everyone understands me. Good. Learning more about yaoi than I ever cared to learn. About 1 year from now, that will be the new Disney CG animated movies. What? Man. I remember a guy online asked me about making yaoi with him. I was like, no dude, you try that and I'll have to kick your ass. Oh man. You guys are silly. Is there a genre for dominant women? There is. I think. Maybe not on Tapastic, but I've seen genres described. I don't know what it would fall under. It's where Marvel hires from, yeah. They find all the yaoi writers from Tapastic. Man. Femdom. Is that it? I don't know. I don't know the terms. Don't look at me. See, you think just because I'm writing a comic called Orgasm Girl, like I know all the inside information? I'm I'm still doing research. I'll figure this all out at some point. Yeah, we Star Wars. Talk about the dark side, man. Alright, guys. So, an hour and 10 minutes has gone by. Should we be wrapping up this stream? Is there anything else, any other subject, any other subject besides this one that you would like to discuss before I head off? Because I've definitely got some more things to be done. Orgasm Girl sounds pornographic. It's not. That's the best part. Aw, Dave, thanks for the little super chat. I love you. Going straight to the heart, man. How do you find artists for I Die comics? Well, I mean, it's not that hard to find artists, but I don't know what I Die comics are. I mean, there are tons of artists on social media who are looking for work. And you just look around and see what you find a style that you like, see if they are open for commissions or if they're looking for work, and then you send them a message. And you're like, hey, what's your rate? What can I hire you for? Thoughts on Pokemon? I don't really have thoughts on Pokemon. Not the biggest person into Pokemon. Probably not the right person to ask that. Another $5 super chat from Augustine. You can make any topic engaging. You really deserve greater exposure. Thank you. Thank you. I try. I'm a little bit goofy, but you know. DVD art or Facebook groups, lots of artists looking for work. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of artists looking for work. There's also Fiverr. If you really can't find anyone, just always scroll through Fiverr. I've actually seen a lot of really good artists on Fiverr. I don't know if they're really as good as what they post on there, but I will take their word for it. What are we doing here? Are we going back to the porn talk? I'm an okay artist but too busy. That basically sums up me. I'm a mediocre artist, so I'm also always busy, so I'm looking for other people to draw stuff for me for the first time in a while. And Oh Girl is probably like the first collaborative thing that I'm doing. And you know, it's a little bit weird getting used to the collaboration because you kind of wonder, wait a minute, couldn't I have just gotten this done faster if I did it myself? No disses. They're all very great artists who are working on Oh Girl with me. Welcome to the internet, it's 99% porn. No! Then where are all my backers? Oh, another $5 from Dave. Orgasm Girl can be bought and read online, right? Orgasm Girl is getting an Indiegogo campaign. So there will be certain tiers that you can back. But yes, there's a digital tier where you can buy the comic and read it on your computer. So it'll be available for everyone that way, because anyone can get the digital tier. Could you make a box box of tissues with overall on the package. That is a very specific request. Is there any reasoning for that? Never mind. I don't want to know. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna close out. Get more water and do the rest of my work for today. Like I said before, for those of you who might have not heard this part of the stream, I might be taking a sort of kind of break for these past 2 weeks. You know, just calming down a bit, taking my time to chill. I got Jawbreakers in the mail, so I still need to read Jawbreakers, and I'll probably do a review of that during these 2 weeks. But for the most part, you know, I'll be relaxing for a little bit. I hear some of you, you know, you're saying, oh no, Danfan, if you relax, if you stop uploading on YouTube, all your subs and views are gonna go away. It's gonna be okay. It's all shh, it's gonna be fine. But yeah, you know, I'll just take time to work on my projects and make sure that everything is going along smoothly so I don't fall flat on my ass. So thank you guys for watching the stream, and maybe I'll do more streams. You know, streams are easy because I can just look at the camera and talk. And there's no definite topic to talk about. I can just talk about whatever. So it's very easy for this. And maybe I'll see you guys again on another stream. But for now, I'm gonna wish you all good night. I hope you have or have had good holidays. Happy holidays even. And a Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. So, bye everyone!